Oh, and you? No, you think? Thank you, girl. I'm so sorry that I had doubts about you.
You signed off on this.
It all just changed.
What?
They're calling the gang. They gotta come back.
What? 6 Americans get pulled out of a Canadian diplomat's house and executed. It's a world outrage. 6 Americans get caught playing movie make-believe. It's a national embarrassment.
Repeat that. You prefer to have them killed? The entire world is gonna be mad and is gonna take possession. And you're gonna feel ashamed if they are executed because of that plan? Nah! My brain doesn't understand that.
It's off. They want us to pack up the office. It's the wait. Let's go get a drink.
Somebody's responsible.
One thing's happened, Jack. I'm responsible. I'm taking it through. Tony?
Tell them.
There's all of us. Right. Santa will be fine. Thank you.
I'm on leisure, and it never has been. And you don't decide if it goes.
Al Smear, it is going. Jack, you're not going to leave him at the airport with 6 people and his dick in his hand. You tell the director to call the White House. Do your fucking job. Guess your plane closed. Let me see.
All of you get to your planes, get out.
The Iran House guest operation is ready now. We don't have the president's go-ahead.
They are going to encounter.
David, pick up!
Resurgence into these reservations.
Would you mind checking again, please?
My apologies, it just came through.
That close. That's a problematic moment.
Not here.
Not the same? Oh, I can cry. Really, I said it, I'm tired. I'm sick since 5 days now with what you know, so I'm really emotional.
Oh, yeah. I've got a letter from the culture.
Cool. I want to drink. Really, I'm fully into it, guys. You didn't sleep well this night?
Argo, a female in Iran. فارسی که بلدی؟ البته فارسی بلدم. میخوام توی ایران بدرس کنم. مردم به او میدهند. جوجه‌برز هستن دریا میگیرن بجنگن.
He's gonna say that it's like them, you know, like what they did in Iran.
You don't want to verify.
Go!
Let's go again! Let's go! And we're rolling!
I'm not leaving it well, like really I'm...
Sorry, pal. We're gonna be in the movie.
Studios.
May I speak to Mr. Kevin Harkins?
So you can speak English. They're not here anymore. Not here anymore. No one is here anymore. Hurry, 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 hurry. Ah, funny, funny. On the flight.
Vale.
Okay. Into the air. Oh, you're stupid. I'm sorry.
Swiss Air 363, you are number 2 for departure.
Number 1!
Swiss Air 363 is cleared for takeoff.
Do it now. It's not like he's gonna see you and he's gonna stop, like...
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to announce that alcoholic beverages are now available as we have cleared uranium airspace.
They don't understand. People around, they don't understand. Sarah?
Only Canada takes the credit of the retaliate against the hostages. Great Satan wasn't involved. Is that right, Jack?
Yes, thanks Canada.
Thank you, Canada.
We knew that each day that they stayed there, the danger was becoming greater.
Oh, hey.
And because of that, they couldn't punish, the stages.
Clemens called me. He wants to see you. Probably wants to fire me himself. He wants to give you the intelligence stuff. The op was classified. So, the ceremony's classified. They're just going to give me an award and then they're going to take it back. That's right. If we wanted applause, we could join the circle.
Ah, the dream. He did? Oh, the real ones? Oh, you really look like him. They really recreated all of these situations so well. That was cool, that was so cool. That was a really, really good movie, but I think that you don't need me to see it, to know it. I think that if you watch this reaction video, it means that you know already this movie, you watched it on your own, so you already know that it's a pretty good movie. And also, this movie won 3 Oscars, I think, something like that. So clearly you don't need me to tell you how great this movie is. The thing that I prefer really about this movie, and I said it sometimes during it, is the fact that it's so well written and so well filmed with the same ambition behind that, which is about making it look simple when in fact it's not. Like, you could be like, it's really simple because you don't have epic music, you don't have epic moments, you don't have epic fights, you don't have gunfights, you don't have you know, things like that which can make you think that okay, it's just people talking to each other, like to write that it's easy, it's things which happen, so it's really easy to just redo it. And same for filming, like it's really easy, in fact they are just filming, like we don't have really big movements of camera into the air, you know, stuff like that. So you can be like, it's really simply done. It's not, and that's why I love that movie already. It's because it looks like it's simple, but in fact it's so full of details for how it's filmed. Like really each thing, you know, has an intention, and it's really well done, so we are really with the characters into the situations, we are feeling the stress, the tension. Yes, we are with them, so it can seem simple because we are with normal people, but it also to make us feel like we are with these normal people who are living this awful stuff. I don't know how to express it in another way. And also how it's filmed and all, like all of the costumes, all of the representations of stuff and all, it's so full of details. Like just a moment of them, I don't know, into one of their office, something like that. If you are paying attention to the desk, to what is on the wall, to how they are dressed and all, it's so full of details. Believe me, it's really not simple how they filmed it, how they created each picture, each moment and all. And how it's written, it's not simple at all. Because with a movie like that, you have to be close to the facts, you have to tell the facts. Like, the ambition of the movie, it's really to show that story that everyone knows. No, I didn't know that story, but you know, that maybe some people heard about, and to really show what happened, you know, that little story into the story, because I think that's a big story right there. And the one that I really heard about, in fact, it was about the hostages, you know, the 60 hostages. And I didn't know about that story, about the 6 who managed to escape. Maybe because I'm French, maybe because I'm not, you know, American. I don't know, but I didn't hear from it. Maybe also because I didn't live during that period of time. So I knew about the embassy, what happened into the embassy in Iran for sure. I knew about these hostages, these 60 hostages, but I didn't know about these 6 ones. So for me it was really like I was discovering that story, and I really felt that the ambition of this movie, it was to make me discover that story. So no matter what, it had to be close to the facts. A story like that, a movie like that, it's about the facts, it's about making people, the viewers, discover all of what happened, all of the different steps and all of that. With that idea in mind, it's difficult in a way to put some emotions into it, to put some feelings, to put also some things for the characters, you know, to not to create developments for them, you can't really do that, but to create something still for each of them. And still they managed to do that. Like we had that for Tony for sure, but we had that also for some of his colleagues. We had that for his wife, you know, for sure, his story with his wife, his son. It's helping him, it's helping his character, but we had that also for the 6 and for also the Canadian guy, I can't remember his name, I'm sorry. But also for Sarah, you know, like I suspected her, but we saw after that no, she didn't say the truth and she helped them, and that it was difficult for her to take that decision and all. So see, the big story, the facts, what we need to have, like 80% of the movie is about that, has to be about that. But still they managed to put other stuff into it, like also with Lester and his friend. So it's really cool. It's really cool. And again, it's not simple to do something like that and to do it with such a good quality, like into how it's written also, like all of the lines, all of the things that they are saying. Again, during some moments in other movies, like that moment with, again I can't remember his name, one of the 6 who doesn't want to go out, who doesn't want to go in the bazaar. You can be like, in other movies, it would have been like big speeches, like people crying, screaming and stuff like that. Right there, it's not the case. Like, it's right. I don't know how to say it in another way. It's right. The tone of voice, but also the lines, but also the situation, how it's written, it's done in a right way. Some people who are not paying attention to these details, to stuff, you know, in general, when they are watching a movie, they can be like, it's simple. It's not. It's really not simple to do things in a simple way without in fact making it in a simple way. Do you understand what I mean? Like, it's the opposite of simple. Like, it's the most difficult, in fact, to make things appear simple and at the same time to put everything, to put all of the details, all of the things to make it right, to make it like it was right there. And that's making the best historical movies and shows when you are doing things like that. It's really my opinion. Like, I prefer an historical movie like that than an historical movie like, I don't know, I'm searching. The Patriot. It's the only one which came into my mind. You know, that kind of historical movie were not, in fact, yes, they are historical movie, but they are made as action movie. They are not made for the historical part. And I know that you can't compare movies like that, but do you understand what I mean? It's not done the same, and I prefer that. And again, it's really more difficult to do things which look simple, because it means that you have to be right. You can't be too much, you can't be not enough, you have to do things really right on the... Difficult, it's really difficult. It's the worst, in fact, you know. But it's a level of quality that some movies, some historical movies, they managed to reach, and for me right there they managed it. And really finishing this movie, it's the main thing that I want to say about it, because for sure I could talk about the situation, about what happened, and the fact that it was awful, and I was really stressed, you know, during the movie. Like, I was like that during all of the airport moment, because I was really stressed for them to not make it, and for sure, you know, Tony, the fact that he didn't give up on them, I love that, and I can talk about that. But it's difficult to talk about things which were real, which really happened, to give a judgment about that. At least it ended well. But it has to be difficult also for these six, you know. I'm not gonna be judgmental about them, about the fact that they had some doubts and all, because you know, to put your life like that at risk, but at the same time, you know that where you're hiding, it's not gonna stay like that forever, but it's giving you an impression of safety. It's rough, it's really rough. Sarah, I'm so sorry that I had doubts about her, and I'm so glad that she managed to escape. I mean, I was so glad for her to not give them, but at the same time, during that moment, I was afraid for her, because I was like, girl, you're gonna stay there when they're all gonna escape and you're gonna be killed. In fact, no, we know that she's gonna escape, so I was glad about that information, but to know that she escaped in Iraq, and we know what happened after that in Iraq and with USA also, so I'm so sad for the girl. That was such a cool movie. And cool, you know, in the way that I felt emotions, I felt tension, I was fully into it, involved into it. I learned stuff. I have the impression, you know, I discovered a new story and I learned stuff from it, and it was also a cool story on itself, you know, the fact that they did that, they made a fake movie to manage to get them out. It's cool, you know, in the sense of I'm finishing that movie and I can't say that I spent a good time because clearly I was in stress during a lot of moments, but I enjoyed myself still because I know that I just discovered a movie that I already love and that I can talk about with people and that I can say to people, you have to watch it, it's such a good one, and I'm gonna keep something from it, you know, that story that I learned, but also the fact that it was so good. It's cool! I love that. Ben Affleck was really great into that role. Again, he didn't do too much and also not enough. He was right. All of the casting was right. Even the six, you know, again the fact that they didn't go on the too emotional side of their characters, like crying, screaming or stuff like that. No, they were right. Because during that moment you have to be scared for your life, but at the same time you have to have that strength, that instinct, you know, to survive. They were right. It's so cool. I'm glad that I discovered that movie and I'm glad that I discovered it with you. I don't know how it's gonna be, you know, the reaction part, because like I said, I'm sick. You know, because of what, if you are on my Twitter during this month of July. I spent 5 days into my bed, so clearly I'm sick, I'm tired and all. So I know that I reacted into it, but as much as usual, I'm not sure. I don't know how it's gonna be this reaction part. I'm sorry in advance if I didn't react a lot. We'll see. I'm gonna see that during the editing. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.